Well, it finally got warm enough to do some painting. So yeah, I just wire brushed this stuff and wiped it down with acetone, and I want to bring it back in and hang it in the shop so it can dry in the shop. But yeah, it warmed up. We're like 55 out here. Well, after looking at this thing in the sunlight, that wire wheel I used was pretty aggressive. Technically, I should just sand this down again and start over, but I think for now, we're just going to put several more coats of paint on it, and hopefully it'll smooth it out some. So yeah, let me go wipe it down and start throwing some paint on it. All right, it definitely looks better. Yeah, you can still see a few gouges in it, but I think for the most part, a lot of the fittings are going to cover it up. But I got a really good thick coat of paint on there, and I still got about a quarter can. I'm going to let this tack up a little bit. I may just go ahead and put the rest of the paint on there. It's going to be thick, but yeah, most of this will get covered up. So we are shiny. All right, yeah, got a nice warm breeze blowing. It ain't going to take long for this to tack up. Well, I used the whole can on it, so I'm going to probably have to let this sit about 3 days, because that paint is thick, before I can do anything with it. It might be tacky enough this evening for me to bring it in the shop, just in case, but yeah, this is what we're going to roll with. Yeah, I moved the shell into the shop. Yeah, everybody's asking for hamburgers today. So I cleaned the grill up, and I guess about 6 this evening, come out here and throw some burgers on it. Full propane tank, so it won't use a lot doing burgers, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, it's definitely shorts and t-shirt weather today. Different story tomorrow though. Yeah, red seems to be doing okay in here. Tires are holding up. Push him in a little bit further. Do got a good transaxle over there. I'm scared of this thing. A couple fuel tanks up there. Yeah, I got it pretty cleaned out in here now. My junk guy came by and took a bunch of this stuff.
So yeah, hopefully none of the rest of them
hang on a second.
Snapped, because one snapped bolt.
All right. Yeah, we're going to have to let this set a few days. Boy, you can smell that paint, but yeah, I think if I redo this, I'm just going to use a sander and pretty much take it all the way down to bare metal. But for the most part, like I said, all the bracketry and the pulleys and everything is going to cover most of this up. The parts you'll see is this part here, because it sticks out. There's going to be a bracket covering this. So yeah, I shouldn't have used that very aggressive wire brush. That I should have changed to something else. So basically, I'll have to reuse some of these washers, but for the most part, I'm going to be replacing most of this hardware. And basically, pictures on how it goes together and the parts diagram. So yeah, it'll be a few days before I can get to it, but we'll get there. Well, after checking it, I don't want to put things on it too soon because the paint will stick. So, but it's it's dry and it's not tacky. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I probably should have just sanded it all the way down to start it over, but mainly that's just to keep the rust down. So I may start throwing mandrels and stuff on it tomorrow. Thanks for watching.